The first task we're going to do is auscultation, and for the purposes of this I have marked the different areas of where I'll be listening with my stethoscope, and the purpose of this is to assess the function of the lungs and to notice if there are any adventitious sounds. So what we'll have is we'll assess all lobes of the lungs, and what I would expect to hear, especially in the bronchiovesicular portion, which is more medial, is somewhat of a higher pitch, and once I get to the vesicular, it'll be a lower, softer pitch. The bronchial part won't be really assessed, but that would normally be a higher pitch with more loud sounds. Adventitious sounds that I might hear if something were wrong would be some crackles, like popcorn during inspiration, and that might be during a pathology like pneumonia. And then there was wheezes, which is during expiration, and that is lower high-pitched noises on expiration. So what I'm going to do is I'll start on the left and then go to the right for each side. So breathe in deep for me and then exhale. Go ahead and turn around. And we'll do the posterior lobes of the lungs. And again, breathe in and out deeply. Okay, and as expected of a healthy individual, there were no adventitious sounds. Another adventitious sound that you might hear is the pleural rub, which sounds like two balloons together rubbing. The next activity will be the tactile fremitus, and this is assessing the vibrations of the lungs when they repeat the phrase 99. And some of the adventitious sounds that we would hear is if we heard some increased fremitus, that would signify some type of fluid or consolidation within the lungs. If it was decreased, that would mean that there is something blocking air transmission, such as a pneumothorax causing air, or another fluid might cause that. So we're going to start at the front, and I'm going to use the ulnar surfaces of my hands for this. So say the phrase 99 over and over.
99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99.
And then turn around, and we'll assess the posterior lungs.
99, 99, 99, 99,
last exercise will be the percussion. So for percussion, you typically want a resonant sound for the lungs. If you hear something that is dull or more tympanic, then that is an adventitious sound that is abnormal. However, there are certain areas that will produce those sounds normally. Namely, there is a key 5, 7, and 9. So at the level of the 5th rib, mid-clavicular line, at the level of the 7th rib, at the mid-axilla, and you can turn around, at the 9th rib, at mid-scapula, there will be more dull sounds because of the liver. And there's also the stomach bubble, which is in the form of a irregular square that is below the 6th rib, I believe. And so that will be dull over the heart, dull for those structures at the liver, and then more tympanic. So for percussion, you would take your hand over those structures that you want for the lungs, avoid those other areas, and tap, and you normally hear a resonant noise. Of course, over the heart, it's more dull. Areas like that, stomach bubble, is more tympanic.